Over the next 8 weeks, we're not going to call you broken. We are going to understand your survival patterns, regulate your nervous system, and start building a life that actually works. This is week one. Understand survival patterns. Let's go. It is 11:47 p.m. at night. You are stuck in your truck, engine off. You snap this morning again. And here's what so many people say to themselves in that moment: I have no discipline. I should be able to control this. What is wrong with me? But let me tell you what is actually happening. That is not a discipline problem. That is a nervous system that learned how to survive and is still running the old program. Before we go any further, I want to give you the science in plain English. Your nervous system is always asking one question: am I safe enough right now? When the answer is yes, you think clearly, connect, make decisions, and respond with intention. When the answer is no, your system shifts into protection. That's why I want you to think in three simple states: regulated, activated, and shut down. Regulated means grounded and present. Activated means fast, reactive. Shut down means heavy and disconnected. And this is why regulation comes first. When your system is activated, your thinking brain goes offline. You cannot talk your way out of a body that thinks it is under threat. First, you regulate the body, then the mind can come back online. Welcome to Regulate First. My name is Emmett Glasbrenner. I'm a licensed therapist, a combat disabled veteran 100%. I'm an immigrant from West Africa, a husband and a father. Over the next 8 weeks, we are going to do something very different. We're not going to spend our time shaming your reaction. We are going, however, to understand your survival patterns, regulate your nervous system, uncover the story underneath, and start building a life your nervous system can actually hold. You are not broken. You may be living from survival patterns that once protected you, but now keep you stuck. When you learn to regulate first, everything else becomes possible. That's the promise, and here's how we are going to keep it. 4 phases, 8 weeks. Phase 1, study the patterns. Week 1 and 2, you will identify your dominant survival response, whether it is fight, flight, freeze, and fawn, or shutdown. You will map your triggers. You will learn to notice your body's early warning signs before the pattern takes over. Phase 2, regulate in real time. That will be week 3. This is where awareness becomes actions. I'm going to teach you a 60-second reset that you can use the moment you feel activation rising. Regulation first, then everything else becomes possible. Phase 3, understand your story. See, that's week 4. Every survival pattern has an old belief underneath it. We are going to uncover what that belief is, where it came from, when it came, and most importantly, whether it is still true today. Phase 4, build the new identity. That will be week 5 through 8. We are going to move beyond fixing what's broken and start building who you are becoming. We'll repair identity statements with somatic anchors, physical gestures that help your nervous system embody the change. We will move at the pace your nervous system can hold. There is no grade, there is no rush. There is only your data and your truth. Let's begin. I teach this because I have had to rebuild my own life more than once. And I have sat across from hundreds of people doing the same thing. High functioning on the outside, exhausted on the inside. This framework was not built in abstraction. It was forged in lived experience, recovery, and real-world clinical work. And the most important thing I learned is this: regulation comes first. That's what I had to do from Afghanistan to Africa, my second deployment, to transitioning and to finally being medically retired from the military. Regulation was the key to my success thus far. See, you can build a career, the family, the image, the resume, and still have a nervous system stuck in survival mode. A lot of survival patterns are rewarded by the world. Overworking gets called dedication. Hypervigilance gets called responsibility. People pleasing gets called being easy to work with. But the internal cost is still the cost. Your pattern does not care about your resume. It cares about keeping you safe from a threat that may have passed a long time ago. Before we go deeper, I want to establish safety. If anything in this course brings up more than you can hold right now, I want you to pause the video and reach out. You can reach out to the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline by calling or texting 988. You can also reach out to the Crisis text line by texting HOME to 74147. For you veterans out there like myself, simply call 988 and press option 1. And if you don't want to call, you can text 838255. And then for the mental health professional out there, you can call SIMSA. It's a national helpline at 1-800-662-4357. All of these numbers are available, and somebody will be there to help you 24/7, 365. See, this work we're doing matters, but your safety matters more. Write down one person you can reach out to if you need support. Keep that number where you can find it quickly. You do not have to carry this alone. Mine is my wife or my brother. I got that number on speed dial, and I need you to have somebody on speed dial too. Now, let's name the 5 survival response. They are fight, freeze, fawn, and shut down. We'll deal with the first 3. Fight. Fight is what happens when the system decides it has to overpower the threat. It can look like defensiveness, control, a raised voice building a case in your head. In the body, it can feel like heat in the chest, a clenched jaw, tight hands, shallow breathing. The signal underneath is, I must overpower this to be safe. Flight is what happens when your system decides it has to overrun the threat. It can look like overworking, staying busy, scrolling, aka doom scrolling, rushing, avoiding stillness. In the body, it can feel like tight shoulders, fast heart rate, restless leg, darting eyes, looking everywhere. Where's Wardo? That's how it look like. The signal is this: I must outrun this to survive. Then we have freeze. It's a terror signal. And freeze is what happens when your system goes still. It can look like procrastination, indecision, going blank, paralysis. And in the body, it can feel like coldness, numbness, heaviness, and hell birth. The signal is, I must stay still to avoid the danger. The 4th signal is fawn, and fawn is what happens when your system tries to appease the threat. This comes to people pleaser. It can look like people pleasing, told you, over apologizing, losing your needs, scanning everyone else's emotional state. And in the body, it often shows up as a throat tightness, hypervigilant scanning. The signal is this: I must keep the peace to stay safe. And the 5th signal is shutdown. And shutdown is what happens when your system disconnects to endure. It can look like numbness, emotional flatness, checking out and disconnection. In the body, it can feel like a hollow chest, slumped shoulder, heavy eyelids, and slow movements. The signal is this: I must disconnect entirely to survive. And I want you to hear this clearly. None of these are character flaws. Each one made sense once, and one was an adaptation. That's how you survive, people. Now, I want to measure your starting point. Open your workbook. It is attached. It's in the link. And write down 3 things. How many minutes activation usually lasts for you? How many hours it takes before you feel like yourself again? And on a scale from 1 to 10, how much is this patterns controls your life? No grade, just data. Then, which survival patterns shows up most often for you? Is it fight, flight, freeze, fawn, or shut down? And come into the community and post one word, just the name of your patterns. You are not broken. You are dysregulated. And starting today, we are going to work with that honestly. That's week 1. Here's what I want you to do. Open your workbook. It is attached again. And take the survival mode self-check assessment. No right or wrong answers, just honesty. Write down your starting point. How long activation lasts, how long recovery took or takes, and how much it controls your day. Come into the community and share one word, your dominant survival pattern. Let me say that again. Come into our Skool community and share in the comment under this video, week 1 video, your dominant survival patterns. Next week, we are actually going to map your patterns in detail. Until then, regulate first.